Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another episode of Nicollect'S podcast. In this episode, we're going to talk about all the mess that is going on in MGA because all their lines are being like the biggest nightmare ever. They have been very inconsistent in releases. They have released unproduced lines. They're releasing way less stuff than before, and they are also leaking stuff that is not supposed to be leaked. So first, we're going to start with the obvious one, which is the Mermaids line. So we all know that Mermaids were discontinued maybe 2 years ago or something like that. And now we have the slumber party dolls that are not available like everywhere. They're just available, I think it is the UK if I'm not wrong. So yeah, a lot of people actually was able to get them because of like, I guess, international shipping, or some people that were like helping in the Facebook groups. I saw some of those. So yeah, a pretty messy line. Well, the end of the line was like super messy because we don't know if they're actually discontinued. Well, we actually know that they're discontinued, but they took a really long time to actually be discontinued. I still actually see them in my toy stores, and I think they are not going to be sold anytime soon because yeah, they are pretty expensive still. We also have the fact that we're like getting a lot of like prototype things related to Mermaids. I think those were like the sirens or something like that were like smaller dolls that were for some reason more articulated than these ones. They had like an articulation here at the tail, and they had like translucent bodies. So some people, for some strange reason that I do not know, were able to get some of those, and they look pretty cool. They look very messed up. The hair looks terrible, and I think one of them actually came with polypropylene. So yeah, they were totally going downhill. So yeah, again, stuff that was never released is still releasing, still being found. And it is the first glimpse of a hot mess in MGA. So yeah, this is the first one. So now we have, of course, Rainbow High. So for this one, we have a pretty obvious reason why I think this is like the biggest mess that is, well, one of the biggest messes that is going on with MGA. And we all know that, first of all, we had the whole reboot. We had all the new episodes with a bunch of songs and all the slime references. That's like super annoying in my opinion. I do not like that at all. The songs are kind of catchy, but at the same time, it is not anything related to the previous stuff that we saw for Rainbow High. We had the slime dolls that came out, which seems like a long time ago, but I think it was this year. So yeah, that's that. And we also had the new dolls that are coming out, which are the watercolor and create, that I actually talked about those in my previous podcast episode. Yeah. I think those look pretty nice, but if you saw the pictures, they do not have recirculation. So that's like a little downgrade right there. And other than that, we haven't seen anything related to Rainbow High. Like the episodes are releasing, I think maybe every 2 weeks or something like that. And I think they are just very, very inspiring, to be honest. Well, very inspiring in terms of the topics that they talk about, like helping each other and being yourself and all those things. But I do have this girl right here, which this is the doll that actually sparked this whole video, because I uploaded a TikTok to my TikTok page, and she went kind of a little bit viral, like viral for me, which was like 300,000 views, something like that. And a lot of people were saying in the comments that this reboot was not like that terrible, or maybe that it was too childish. It was because of how pricey these dolls were. Maybe in Latin America, it is actually true that they're super expensive, but not in other countries, because I think in the US you can actually get a Rainbow High for the same price that you get like a core Monster High doll. So yeah, there's that. So it does not explain the change for the whole brand, in my opinion, but I guess it is to fit with the new standards of fashion dolls, I would say, because we have Monster High and the pets and all the accessories and all that little, all those little like elements compared to the new ones from Rainbow High that have like the pet, the slime, which yeah, I still don't find the direct reference to Monster High. So yeah, I guess we have to wait and see, because I do think they're going to release like a smaller scale doll, but I think they're going to be articulated in some places. But yeah, I think they're going to be inspired by the one of the characters from the animated series. Also, we're getting the ones with the slime-filled legs. Well, the glitter-filled, sorry. Like the snow globe legs, I guess. And we're getting the Winter Fantasy dolls. I think that's the name of that one. I don't know. There's just a lot of things coming, but when are they coming? Because we are just getting like 3 new dolls after getting the core ones. So that's pretty slow for MGA. So yeah, it is very strange the way they're like pacing the releases of this line, which is actually trying, like, kind of killing it, to be honest, because people were used to more products from Rainbow High, and if they don't have like it's enough stock because of how little things they release, I guess they're slowly going to kill the brand. I hope that's not the case, because I do love the way they look. I think I do want to get the ones with the glitter-filled legs. I think those look very interesting. I do want to get some of them watercolor and create dolls. Mostly because I want to experiment with that new technology, if you can call that technology. But yeah, Rainbow High is like frozen, something like that. It feels like they're not doing basically anything. So we'll wait and see what happens. Then we have LOL OMG. So LOL OMG just released 2 dolls. Well, yeah, I think they actually are being released right now. They have been, I actually have seen them all over Instagram, and I think they both look amazing. Like, I actually brought Wildflower, sorry, to this video because she is super nice looking, super beautiful, and I get the same vibes from the new Perla doll. I think she looks incredible, and I really want to get her. I think I basically said the same thing in my podcast episode, in the previous one. But what I'm trying to say is that we don't know what is going on with LOL OMG and with LOL Surprise in general, because we're getting new releases, new collaborations, all that new stuff, but just with the little tots. So that's something. And then we're also getting some twins that are not articulated at the wrists. And then suddenly we get OMGs that are the same standard as always. So I don't know, why cut corners in the twins line but not in this one? Very strange, to be honest. I'm happy, of course, because I love the way these new characters look like, but for some reason I think maybe we're seeing the last of it. I hope that's not the case, really, because LOL OMG really knows how to make fashion dolls. Like, they're just like flawless, to be honest. Like, I just have to show you this one really quickly. This one is just perfection, to be honest. So I hope they continue to release stuff. Maybe they are slowing down in the releases to avoid like maybe having way too many products in stock, like some kind of overstock or something like that. I don't know what's the name of that. But if that's the case, again, I think that kind of kills the brand slowly, because people will start to forget about LOL OMG, because we have seen just 2 new dolls since these 2 came out. Well, these 4, sorry, came out. So I don't know. I'm kind of worried about that as well. Like, MGA always does a really amazing job at releasing fantastic doll lines, and all of a sudden they just fade away, like completely. Like, for example, that happened the first time with Bratz, the second time with Bratz, the third time with Bratz, the Hayden Williams Bratz, and also it happened with Moxie Teens, Bratzillas, Moxie Girls. Which one else? Mermaids, Novi Stars. Like, they have fantastic doll lines, very detailed, very interesting, but for some reason they just do not stick enough in comparison to other doll lines. The only one that has sticked like long enough is, of course, Bratz, which we have to really talk about these ones. So we have seen just these 4 characters, basic ones for the Always Bratz line. Where is anything related to the line? Like, where can I get like new releases? Like, we haven't seen anything since they released these ones. I think these ones came out in December, November, something. No, I think it was earlier, the previous year, but I don't know. And the problem with that is that yeah, we haven't heard anything else related to Always Bratz. Of course, we have seen Bratz doing their stuff, their re-releases. They re-released the Bratz Babies. They re-released, I think that's it. Oh, and they did the Kylie thing. They also did the Bratz Minis. So yeah, that's kind of popular, I guess. But where is Always Bratz? Like, we are waiting for more of this kind of modern looking Bratz pack to be more active, to have more releases, more lines, something, but it is not happening. I don't know why, but it is kind of frustrating, to be honest. I think the new things that are coming from Bratz are the Slumber Party reproductions, which a lot of people I know is pretty excited about that. And also we're getting something that, again, something in MGA is going on, like, it's a hot mess, to be honest. Very, very annoying. So I think it was 2 days ago or something like that. If I understand this situation correctly, someone that works with the virtual Bratz that you can download with an app or something like that, was allowed to record some content in the MGA headquarters, I guess. And for the strangest reason that I do not understand, she actually recorded something with one of the Bratz virtual dolls. And the background had some prototypes for new releases that we are getting from Bratz. So that content was only available for the people that was, I guess it was influencers, something like that, that were in like a group chat. And the girl, the woman, I don't know, the man, I don't know, they kindly said, could you please not leak this? Like, I'm dead serious. I need this to not leak, please. It is super confidential. I think that's the main like thing of this story. And of course, since we have very selfish people in the doll community, they actually leaked it. It is super exciting news, but at the same time, I think it is not right. I can actually talk about it, and it is the new, allegedly, the new Mean Girls Bratz collaboration. So it's like some kind of a collector dolls, but with iconic 2000 movies, which I love. I love the idea. Super cool. And that's all I'm going to say, because I feel like it is very sad to see how little people have like this sense of humanity, this sense of empathy with other people, because that probably meant that she's going to be fired, to be honest, because something so secretly kept in MGA, because you have seen, like, we have no access to the Toy Fair, like, MGA booth. They always, like, are very secretive about all the things that they are, like, releasing. When Rainbow High leaked, it was the worst pictures ever because they were just prototypes, and they were not allowed to take pictures, actually. So for this to happen, it's very sad because it was a very human mistake, and people just thought it was fine to just leak it and ignore any kind of consequence that is going to suffer that person that leaked that accidentally. So I don't know, maybe I'm just being way too moral, I guess, way too sensitive. I don't know. But I do find it kind of sad that people don't think about others in that regard, because it doesn't matter how fun, how exciting the leak might be. Sometimes it is not worth it if something like someone's job is in the line, because yeah. And I don't mean to say this to all the people that leak, like, information, because if it leaks, they're just, like, spreading the things that other people leaked, and it tends to be the people that work in the factories, the people that for some reason is at Mattel and take unauthorized pictures, for example, and the people in the doll community that we know that spread all those news are people that are just, like, sharing the news. They did not do anything wrong. They're just spreading the information, and someone else did that. So I guess maybe sharing it is a little bit more acceptable, but at the same time not really, because it is still a bad thing to do. But I guess the excitement always ends up winning. But in this case, I don't like the fact that it was a very close group chat, and they still had the audacity to just go ahead and say, guess what, I do not care anything about your job, just, I guess, lose it, and I'm going to leak this, and I'm going to be famous for the next 5 seconds, because social media nowadays is, like, super like, fast. Like, you really get viral for, like, a day or something like that, and then everyone forgets about you. So was it worth it? I don't know. The dolls look cool. They totally do. But I don't know. I guess it just does not go with me personally. So yeah, this is what we have for this episode. So it was a very quick I guess, rundown through the dolls that MGA has released, the dolls that have passed to a better life, the dolls that are nowhere to be seen. So yeah, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments down below. Again, I think they need to be a little bit more active. I think they're maybe waiting for Barbie Dream Besties and for the My Scene reboot for these girls to go wild with all the things. Also these ones, and maybe these ones also for the Dream Teens. But we'll see what happens. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to my channel, activate the little bell icon so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Follow me on my Instagram and my TikTok. Those links will be always in the description box down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.